when you're thinking about your IT and whether you're going to buy new hardware, whether you're going to buy different services, Office 365, servers, network, compute, storage, your WAN services, your voice services, your database services, all these different applications that you need, you're hit with so much cost and expense, integration, and decisions that are complex in nature. And you start to look at, your service provider, your managed services provider, your IT team, and you're looking for answers, right? Ultimately, you're trying to make decisions that are going to better your company or improve your cost, right? Either grow your company or improve your cost. So what we want to demonstrate to you is how we can make you more efficient and make all the services and applications and all that stuff that goes on in IT, from your network, your compute resources, etc., make it more efficient. Not necessarily how we're going to replace it, but how we're going to start out by complementing it. So number one, finding out what applications you need, how you need to use them, do they need to be integrated, what's all the resources needed to do them, and we see where are you lacking, right? And then complement that, optimize that environment for every piece of your IT puzzle. So taking out the complexity and increasing your ability to cut down your cost, and also really getting your IT where it can, move at the pace of your business. So ultimately, it's what we want to demonstrate in here is a new way that you can start to access all your resources from a centralized, unified IT position, not just with your ticketing system, but how all that stuff works together seamlessly to increase your security capabilities, so you're not having to worry about losing your data or getting your data breached or ransomware, etc., and giving you back the control that you need into your business. So when you look at that, what you're seeing here is something that gives you, all these applications are customizable, so you would only see what you need. That's not what happens in your PC. In your PC, when you buy it, it comes with stuff you don't want. So you got to get rid of it. Your IT team's got to get rid of it, and then you got to secure that. But you're only securing that one device. You're not securing. You have to secure your network, your servers, your data, etc. as well. The list goes on. All these are entry points into your environment that you want to prevent. Well, what we're doing is streamlining that by a centralized back-end system where you're accessing your data, your applications, your files, your resources, all the stuff I've mentioned, but you're accessing it and securing it at every layer. So if I want to open up Adobe, for instance, I click on Adobe, it's opening up Adobe, but it's not opening it up locally. So when you see my task manager, you're not seeing Adobe anywhere. I open up that file, this file here that I'm looking at, it's opening it up, but it's not opening it up locally. So it keeps me from having to worry about resources that I need locally, or whether I, am securing those, because all that data is encrypted at all points in time. If I open up my Outlook, it gives you the same benefit that you get from Office 365, which we can also provide, but we're giving you actually more capabilities, and the experience is increased through what we're providing, because I can offer that at in better pricing capabilities, and also I'm applying resources on the back end that give you a better end user experience, and we secure it. So if I want to open up Word, here I just open up Photoshop. I'm going to open up AutoCAD. Let's go ahead and open up other things like Microsoft Word. So here I'm drawing all from my device, right? My PC is running all these different applications, but I'm not running the applications locally. If I do run Word, when it opens up, Word doesn't have to be installed at all, but this is not VDI. This is this is applying specific resources for that application, which you cannot do in VDI. So that means when I want to open up Word, or I want to open up, instead of opening up my local file system that a hacker could see, why don't I open up a file, from where it sits in my secure environment that they can't see, and that is encrypted. So if somebody were to even be able to see it, they would only see garbled information. So with that, you can run this on any device. You can run it on your Mac. Here's my Outlook, full-fledged Outlook. You could run it on your iPad. You could run it on your any Windows PC. You could run it on Google Chrome. Believe it or not, I could run AutoCAD, Premiere, Photoshop, any of the Microsoft products without anything being loaded on any of those devices. I could even stream 1080p or 4K videos, just as you see right here. I could blow that up. I could make it small again.
I'm not sure if any.
I could run medical imaging, for goodness sake. That's HIPAA compliant. I could run PCI to where they can't capture the key logs or steal that information. All this is without one single thing being loaded on the desktop to make that happen. So it could even be a zero client. What this essentially means for you is it's going to drop down your cost because there's less entry points, makes you more secure. There's less that you need to do more, and you don't have to worry about licensing anymore. It's going to cut down your cost of support. We're not trying to replace your managed service provider, although we can provide that type of service. What we're doing is trying to help your existing provider or your IT team and provide them an optimized way to make things better. This could run on a 6-year-old PC. It wouldn't affect it at all. And if I wanted a normal desktop view, I just point and click, and it's going to start my desktop here that you see right here with a traditional look. But there's no resources run locally. It's not calling upon RDP locally that I have to load, any of that. All my cloud-based apps I can still have, point and click, no problem. I want to run phone services, I could dial right here from my browser through my phone, no problem. It'll sound perfect. If I want to run, web conferencing, no problem. I can do any of that. So if I need access to my file explorer, this is not my local explorer. This is my explorer in the cloud. So you won't see it anywhere but in the cloud. Doesn't exist there. You don't see it. So all in all, this is giving you the same functionality as you'd give it to your desktop, but you could get it on any device, and it feels more like your mobile device, like your iPhone or your Android. If you're down, again, you can access your file systems on and off net. So if your internet's down, you still have access to your file system. It synchronizes and it secures it. It once again encrypts it. So take a closer look with us. Give us a call or email us at sales@coreplusworld.com.